வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். Friends, according to our program, today I am going to talk about philosophy of life. We are living in the world. We have to know what is life. So, living with understanding will not create any problem. Without understanding, whatever we think, whatever we do, sometimes it will result in pains and miseries to self and others. To avoid that miseries and pain, we have to understand clearly about our life, about our physical body, about our life force, about our consciousness, about the magnetic field within, about the senses, about the magnetic field and the cosmic field. So, we will be able to deal with everything properly, with limit and method. When understanding comes, automatically the sincerity, morality will blossom as a natural gift. You all know, but systematically we have to know. That is the lesson in spiritual practice. There are 12 principles in the philosophy of life. You have to keep in memory these 12 principles. 3 needs, 3 protections, 3 virtues, 3 stages in the development of consciousness. These are the 12. 3 principles need: food and water to balance against hunger. This is the first need. Then shelter and cloth to balance against the climatic differences. This is the second principle. Commodities, articles and facilities and friendship in proper age to eliminate the waste from our body in proper time. These are the 3 needs, natural needs. Hunger, the feeling of difference in the climate, and the feeling of the excretive forces of the body. These are the 3 urges. In all living beings, these 3 needs are common. When we understand this, this is a must, this is natural, then we will respect the feelings of other living beings, not to obstruct, at the same time to help one another. The importance of these needs are to be understood. 3 protection. Protection against natural disasters. Protection against enmity of other living beings. Protection against the accidents. These 3 are necessary for all living beings. These 3 protections. Protection against the natural disasters such as flood, volcano, tornado, and all other natural disasters. We should be careful with the experiences. According to the time and place, this may happen. We have to be careful. And the enmity of other living beings is common for all living beings. Up to the five senses, except plant life, all are eating one another as food. So one become enemy to other species become enemy to other species. To protect itself and to aggress others, there is enmity. Even in man, he also wants food, but wherever the money or food material available, he wants to grab. So the enmity comes. Then accident. Day by day, the instruments, machines are increasing. So much the accidents are coming very often in the life of mankind. So as much as possible, everyone should be very, very careful to avoid accidents. So three protections are necessary always. We understand the necessity of the protection. We will help others also. Not only for our protection. We will protect others as well as help others. So three needs and three protections are common for all living beings on the earth. For man, there are 6 more principles necessary. 3 virtues and 3 stages in the development of consciousness. 3 virtues are morality, duty, charity. Why man only needs 3 virtues? All the living beings on the earth are enjoying the natural resources as they are. But man, after giving an artificial shape and artistical beauty, then only he enjoys the natural resources. All his enjoyment requires the manufactured articles that changed from the natural resources. One man cannot get all the requirements what he wants. So hundreds of people, millions of people jointly produce the articles and facilities. All have to share. Therefore, every man becomes a member in the society, in the world community. So he has to respect. Every individual has to respect the society. In such respect, morality, duty, charity, these 3 are necessary. Morality is not to inflict pain by our action. That is the morality. Whatever we do, whatever we think, whatever we speak, there is a result. According to the motive and efficiency and place, person and time, the thought, word and deed will result in pains or miseries. So whenever we find this action of mind will inflict pain to self or others, at present or in future, to the body or mind, that is to be avoided. This sense of consciousness, this is the morality, moral behavior, not to inflict pain by our word, thought, word and deed. One may think how the thought will hurt others. When the thought is negative or bad, once you think again and again, because already imprinted, that will reflect. How many times it reflects, that much becomes stronger and stronger in the imprint. And automatically that will induce our thoughts to work with it, to bring the same thought into action. Therefore, thought itself will bring pain or pleasure, misery to any living being. Same words also, according to the time, any word will bring harmony or conflict. Deeds. Whatever we do, there is a result. According to the time, place and object of contact, the result may be pain or pleasure. So we have to avoid pain resulting deeds. These are the virtues. Morality. One point, one principle in the morality. Second principle is duty. Everybody is due to the society, because from morning to evening, how many articles and commodities we are using, how they are coming to us by the labor of millions of people at the present time, and also the manufacturing process and the invention and everything. Even the past days, past time, people are connected with that. So, from the birth up to 15th year of age, we have not anything. We were enjoying everything. The society fed us with food and all other facilities. The society has given education. The society has put in some status. And the society is protecting on the name of government. So everybody is due to the society, because these all are dues, what we are getting. So we are due to the society. We have to repay. Everyone has to repay the loan due. After one comes to the age of thinking and working, he has to repay the dues to the society by the way of services or by imparting his knowledge. In what way the society has trained him, the same way he has to render the services to the society to repay the dues. That is called due. Duty. Duty is the word, came from dues. Understanding this principle and always serving the society in one way or other, whatever the skill we have accordingly. That understanding and follow is duty. Without duty, what will happen in the society? Everyone is taking from the society, not giving back. So, resources of the society, prosperity of the society will get drained up. So everyone will be affected. Therefore, duty conscience is a must for man. Then charity. Charity is helping others in time of need. Whether one is enlightened, one is illiterate, one is educated, one is in power, one is a multimillionaire, one is beg. Everyone will require help of others in time. So, those who are in a position to help, be ready to help. We should help. In the readiness with understanding, that is the charity. Charity is not giving away something to others. It is not. Always be ready to help others with what you are having surplus. There are orphans, there are invalid people. So, all have to live in the world. How can they live? Only by the help of others, in one way or other. They have to live. In this understanding, we have to respect the charity. Morality, duty, charity. These three principles, totally called as virtues. The virtues will make a man to lead a better life, to help others, at the same time to develop the consciousness to the spiritual path. For all this, these three principles, virtues, are must. In an individual or in a family, in a village, in a society, wherever these three principles or one of the principles is less, insufficient, that much there will be conflict and pain, misery. If these principles are understood and followed by all, everything will be surplus. Therefore, in the philosophy of life, these important points for man should be understood. Not in the way of religious faith. It is a scientific truth. The facts of life. It is a fact of nature. To understand all this, man is provided with sixth sense that is to be developed from fraction to totality. When man bonds, even though with sixth sense, five senses only start working in the beginning. When he is in the womb, the sixth sense in his realization of consciousness or infinite state of consciousness builds up the body according to its need, according to the imprint and according to the need to get away from the imprints and reach the goal. After coming to the earth, first the air touches on the body. Touch sense comes into being first. Before that, there is no sensation to the child, limited sensation of the body. Only after coming out, air touch all around the body feeling comes into being. That is the first touch. Touch sense starts. Then the glucose is given or milk is given. the tongue, taste sense started, and opens the eyes, light sense started working. Somebody is talking here and there. Ear is starting to work. So nose also starts. So 5 senses start working after coming to the earth. This is the reason why the child is crying after coming to the earth, because it was in the womb, the air condition. That air condition was not high or low, just a requirement. Without feeling of anything, such a way, in the womb of mother, the child is in the air conditioned room. When it comes out, there is a difference in the air, maybe chill or hot. At once the feeling comes. Sudden change of the feeling of the body. The child is crying. There starts functioning of the 5 senses. The same 5 senses activities are going on until man comes to the understanding to think about himself, think about the reasonings. There only 6th sense started working. So the 6th sense is up to that only in the fraction that has to develop more and more. So up to that, he has to lead the life by the experiences of elders. So he has to live under the faith. He has to believe the experienced people, guide. Then he has to lead the life accordingly. That is the faith. After coming to the thinking ability, he has to understand why mother said, you should do this, you should not do this. Why she has done. He has to understand by his own experiences, or by reading books, by the teachings of others. This is the second portion of the development of the consciousness, that is understanding. First, faith. You have to follow as others say. Second is you understand why they said like that. This is the understanding. Then after that, realization. One has to understand the body, soul, consciousness, and function as mind through the biomagnetic field, and how the whole. So all these secrets he has to understand, because that is the potential in him. If this is not given right connection, such a surging force will take diversion. If you keep only with the materials, even though you need not that material more and more, because of the such a force in the consciousness, 6th sense, when it is not given connection to the ultimate goal, it increases. That increase becomes greed. I want more. Really it is not wanted more. What is already, that is surplus. Even then, the desire is increasing, because the desire itself is a force of consciousness. When it is not given right connection to the goal where it should reach. Therefore, the third principle, man has to understand all about himself, all about the universe. To realize self and truth, he has to expand the consciousness by practice. Therefore, the faith, understanding, and realization. There are 3 stages in the development of consciousness. All the stages. One has to follow. So these are the 12 principles in the philosophy of life. When we understand, we will not neglect any of this part, and we will not indulge anything more than normal. We will not disturb the nature or natural rhythm. So, to have such a ability and skill and intelligence to lead a better life, the understanding of 12 principles of life is a must. 3 needs, 3 protections, 3 virtues, 3 stages in the development of the consciousness. You have to think and think. Then that becomes yours. If you listen to me, I am telling, it is only information. When you think and understanding the fact, there it becomes confirmation. When you deal with the same way, when you act, when you implement in your life, that is becoming transformation. So, for man, these 3 stages are necessary. Any age, the information is necessary because always we have to learn and learn. Information, then confirmation, think and think, and then transformation, follow. In this way, all have to understand the philosophy of life. It's a simple but true. With these words, I conclude my speech and wish all of you enlightenment, good experience, and satisfaction in our life. Barakallah.